Well, we continue along with our post-game show here from inside the Sobrato Center, joined by first-year USF head coach Todd Golden, whose team is off to a 5-0 start. Another impressive effort by your team here tonight. Your opening thoughts on what we watched here this evening?
It's, this team has not shot the ball well, through the course of our our closed-door scrimmages and our first couple games. But, we knew we had the capabilities, and it was a little bit of a matter of time. And, on Saturday night, you saw the lid come off the rim a little bit in Carbondale. And, I think tonight it was just a continuation of that confidence. And, when you shoot the ball 76% from three on 25 attempts, you're giving yourself a good chance to win the ball game.
Yeah, 19 to 25. It's funny. I don't know if you remember this conversation, but early in the morning, leaving St. Louis, I came over to you and said, 31% from three-point range. Your team is due for that game where you're going to be like 15 for 23 or something. I wasn't far off. 19 for 25. Boy, you guys just weren't missing from outside the arc.
It's no doubt. And, our bench, I'm looking – Shabazz, Ramu, Dima, and Trey combined 7, 10, 11 for 14 from three. And that's what they bring this team. They can really shoot. We have a lot of offense coming off the bench. And I thought the thing that I was the most proud of in terms of how we played tonight is I thought we were really, really unselfish. We had 20 assisted baskets, and that's really, really hard to do.
And, in the first half, you kind of had to weather the storm a little bit because you came out, you go up 20-6, and then here comes Bakersfield. They turn you over some, and there was about a 2 or 3 minute stretch where it seemed like your guys were almost playing a little too fast kind of into Bakersfield game. And then suddenly a timeout called, settle the guys down a little bit, and then re-extend right back out to 14 or 15.
Yeah, we got caught. I did a bad job in that stretch. I had a rotation out there that wasn't really used to playing with each other, and I think we were just a little disorganized offensively, and that led to some turnovers. But once we got, a lineup that had a little more continuity out there together, we kind of picked up right where we left off. And, I look at Jamari and Jimbo, both were plus 30, plus 31, and then off the bench, Ramu and Dima, plus 29, plus 27. A lot of guys gave us a great effort tonight.
We've talked a bit about Ramu Wright, and then he's going to join us here next in the post game. And, Ramu, a role player, a guy coming off the bench. He had a career game of it tonight with 19 points. He's been a great rebounder, a great offensive rebounder as a backup. And, boy, he played like a starter here tonight. But he seems really comfortable in that role coming off the bench.
Yeah, he's a senior. He's a guy that's won a lot of games in this program, understands what his role is, and he's playing with a level of confidence that he hasn't had since he's been here. And I think he really is just really taking pride in his role, and he knows he has the ultimate green light. Whenever he has some space, we want him to shoot that ball. He's one of the premier shooters in our league, and I'm really proud of him, really happy for him. And 5 for 5 from three tonight. He was on fire.
And Reebney had a little chance here tonight, played 19 minutes.
Yep.
And, we think of him as a guy that's going to come in and just start shooting three-pointers up. But he made one play in the second half where he had a three, faked it up, and then he drove in and made a floater.
Yep.
Boy, if he can add that shot to his resume, he's going to be a tough player to guard.
Yeah, it's important, and teams are going to scout him to run him off the line, I would assume, because he's so big and just has a high, quick release. He can really get it off in a short period of time. So as he continues to get bigger and stronger and able to kind of what we call push through those drives, use his length to really reach out and extend, that'll add another element of his game that'll really help him improve.
You've got Sam Houston State coming in here on Saturday. What do you know about the Bearcats to this point? I know your focus has been on this one here tonight.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't spent a lot of time looking at them yet. We have 3 days to prep for them. I know they're a great program. They've won a lot of games. They were one of the top seeds in the NIT last year, and they've always done a really nice job. It's going to be a big challenge for us, and they're going to come in here trying to kick our butt. But we'll be ready to go. We'll spend some time tomorrow getting our bodies right, prepping, and then Thursday we'll have a good practice and really get organized on our game plan.
All right, Coach, congratulations. Another victory for your team. Savor the moment. 5-0, can't get any better than that.
It's I'll take it. Thanks, Pat.
All right, there you go. That's USF first-year head coach Todd Golden. He's going to do the headphone handoff right over to Ramu Wright, and then his senior star, who was the high point man here tonight, with 19 along with Charles Midland. And Ramu has had a heck of a year in that, backup bench role. And, if he can continue to play like that, this USF team can have a chance to go an awful long way. And we'll let Ramu get settled in, and he's got the headsets on. So Ramu had to be feeling pretty good tonight. A lot of confidence going for you. You end up 5 for 5 from three-point range. I don't know if you've seen that stat yet, but you weren't missing outside the arc, were you, tonight?
Yeah, I felt really good. I feel like we trust each other as a team, and we were able to play with each other really well. And I feel like we trust. The trust is there, and that's how I'm able to play like this as well.
Talk about your role, because you don't start. You come off the bench. It seems like when you've come off the bench, you bring a lot of confidence as you come in. You must like that role that you're in. Expand on it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm kind of used to it as in my career here in USF, and also in the national team over the summer. I didn't start, and I come off the bench to bring some energy and some shooting into the court and into our playing, and I really like that role.
Tell us how you feel about this club. We're 5 games in, 5-0, doesn't get much better. The team had a good year last season. It's a little bit different makeup. Frankie Ferrari has graduated. It's become Jamari Bouyer's team. Khalil Shabazz, who had to sit out a year ago, has brought a lot of energy. Kunin playing well at the 4 spot. Seems like you guys have a lot of the right elements.
Yeah, I feel like we were able to add some really good players like Josh, and like Khalil didn't play last year. He was playing really good this year, and I feel like we, as a team, even though we lost some players, I think we have a really good package that has a potential to go very far this year.
Tell us about your coach, Todd Golden. I know you came in under Kyle Smith, and Todd was a big part of all that. He was around as the associate head coach. Joan McDermott, the director of athletics, deciding to keep Todd on, which kept the continuity. There wasn't the mass defections, new coach, everybody's leaving. It's kind of the same deal here, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like we all know Coach Golden, we all know Coach Hovde, and it was a really good decision by our athletic department and our athletic staff to keep the kind of same continuity as you mentioned, because we all really trust Coach Golden and Coach Hovde and all the other coaching, Coach Mamadou and Coach McGee, and I feel like they work well together, and we all fully trust the coaching staff.
Final comment from you, Ramu, young man all the way from Helsinki, Finland.
Yes, sir.
I've been there before. Beautiful town, beautiful country. So what led to the decision for you to decide not just to come to America, but all the way across the country to the West Coast from Finland to play here at the University of San Francisco?
Well, I feel like a lot of it has to do with my coach in my high school, with Hanno Matala, and he basically marketed the US. He played at University of Utah, and so he really kind of pushed us, like say it's a great opportunity to go play overseas in America, and I feel like we have a lot of Finnish players playing all over the United States, and I feel like it has been a good decision for me, and I feel like I've really grown as a person since I came to campus here, and over the course of the last 3 years I've been here, it's been like a good ride, I feel like.
Well, Ramu, let's keep it going. Your team's 5-0. Best of luck this Saturday against Sam Houston.
Thank you.
All right, Ramu Wrighton, a new career high with 19 points, and he's got an ear-to-ear grin here courtside with us as we continue along. Dons win it by 30. Some final thoughts on the other side right here on KNBR 1050, the sports leader.